I'm going to be doing a sit down, get ready with me, and I'm going to tell you a story from my past because I did a poll on my social media and everybody wanted to hear a story time, and specifically they wanted to hear one of my bad dating stories from before I was engaged. So that is what we're going to be doing today. Now, I have everything ready in front of me, my makeup. I'm going to do something different with my hair today. I was thinking of, at first I was going to straighten it, but then I said, no, I'm not going to straighten it. I want to curl it. So I have my curlers over here heating up. And normally when I do my makeup first, I like to do my hair before the makeup, but I'm going to wait for those to heat up. Then I'm going to do my hair. So I'm going to start with my makeup first. We're going to get started by priming the face. I have this Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer that I'm going to be using. Looks like that. I'm just going to take a little bit of this on the back of my hand. And I'm only going to put it on the spots that I really need it in, which is where my pores are. So that's my cheeks and my nose. And today I think I'm going to do a full face of makeup because this is going to be my first weekend that I'm going to be staying over with my fiance, because as you already know from the first few videos, I tested positive for COVID back in January on the 31st. So I had been quarantined for 2 weeks. I went back to work. I've been working my full-time job. So I've just been going to work and coming home. I haven't gone anywhere. I haven't done anything. When I've hung out with my fiance, we have been basically outdoors or in the car, so we haven't gone anywhere physically. I hung out with him last weekend, and I was at his house, but we didn't go anywhere except to pick up food when we had dinner, and then that was it. We didn't go anywhere. We didn't hang out outside of the house. We just stayed in and just hung out and did our thing. But you guys didn't come here to hear me talk about what I did with my fiance for the past couple weeks. You came to hear me talk about a story from my past when I was dating. So that's what I'm going to tell you. Well, first of all, let's begin. I was single for 3 years before I met my fiance. When I was single, I'm not a social butterfly, and I don't like going out a lot to meet people. That includes friends as well. So I don't really try to meet people at events and stuff like that. I have more so been the kind of person that has met people online, and that includes people I've dated. So I am going to use foundation first. I was going to use my concealer, but I'm going to use the foundation first. I haven't used foundation in a while. So this is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation Concealer in the shade Ivory. And that is what it looks like. And I'm just going to take that on a already damp beauty blender. And I'm going to apply. So basically what happened was I was single for 3 years, and I had been on every online dating app you can think of. Every app that, even the ones you have to pay for a membership for. So I was on Plenty of Fish, I was on OkCupid, I was on Tinder, I was on Match.com, I even tried eHarmony. But eventually I got tired of paying for the memberships, so I canceled the Match, I canceled the eHarmony. And the only membership I actually paid for and kept was the Plenty of Fish membership. But I met this guy on Match.com before I canceled my membership. I was desperate and I was having no luck with Plenty of Fish. I was having no luck with any of the other apps I was on. Oh, I also forgot I was on Bumble too. I made an account on Match because I heard so many things on the TV about it. There were YouTubers that I watched that met their spouses on Match. So I said, let me give it a try. Let me see how good it really is. So, I met a few people on there, and some of them were okay. Some of them just weren't my type. I wasn't a fan. And then I met this one guy. I thought he was a decent looking guy, I gave him a chance. And I'm not going to disclose names, by the way, because I don't want to, maybe someday this person might watch my video and go, hey, she's talking about me. So I'm not going to disclose any names. Plus, honestly, it's been so long, I don't remember the guy's name, so I can't even tell you. But this story, I have told this story to a few of my friends, so whoever of my friends is going to watch this will know this story and probably get a laugh out of it again. If not, this is new to everybody else that's watching. Also, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who has subscribed so far. We're at 40 subscribers. I know that's not a big deal. I know it's like, oh, why are you so happy about 40 subscribers? That's like so little. But to me, that's 40 people that are actually sitting here subscribed with notifications on, watching my videos, and that means something to me. And soon maybe it'll be more, but I don't know. I'm just happy with the 40 for now. And all the likes I've gotten on my videos so far have been so wonderful. Like, I can't thank everybody enough for just subscribing, watching, liking, commenting. I feel so blessed and so honored to have people actually subscribed, watching the channel. So anyhow, I met this guy on Match, and if you don't already know, I live in New Jersey, and New Jersey is a fairly big-sized state. I live in the southern region of New Jersey. This gentleman lived in the very northern part of Jersey. So, this story is called the Crying Cop Story. And you'll see why as the story goes on. This guy was obviously a cop. And, he was fairly older than me. By a couple years. I don't remember exactly how old he was, but he was a couple years older than me. We decided to meet up one day for drinks as a date. We got to know each other. I thought he was a decent guy, We were getting along pretty well, I thought. And, we were talking and everything, and he told me that he had this ball that was for awards for his, his police force, right? So he asked me, would you mind going with me? I know it's a little too soon and it's a month away, but I like you so much and I would love it if you came as my date and, came with me and supported me. And I said, yeah, sure, absolutely. I would love to be there and support you and, cheer you on. And plus I wanted an excuse to get dolled up and wear a dress and, feel good about myself, right? So I was like, yeah, absolutely. Like, I'll come, I'll support you, I'll be there for you. I went out and I bought a dress, a really nice dress that I can't even fit into anymore. But I bought a really nice dress, and I asked my one girlfriend, who I always ask to do my makeup and my hair for special events. Shout out to Rebecca Cluin. I love her to death. I'm going to link her social medias as well as her website in the description below so that you can check her out if you are in the New Jersey area and you would like to have her come out for a special event, anything, weddings, engagement photos, maternity shoots, anything you want. She will do everything for you, and she is amazing and super sweet, and I've known her for many years now. My family and I, we love her very much, and she is such a wonderful person, and I would highly recommend checking her out. She also travels to New York and Pennsylvania, so she goes around. So she will do anything for anybody. But that's beside the point. We are not talking about her. We are talking about this guy, right? I have her come over the day of the event. She does my hair. She does my makeup. She leaves, and I get myself ready. I get my things ready, and I start to head out. Now, this was an hour and a half long drive to get there. So I was already like, ugh, you know, and I was just like, I can't wait to get there. My feet hurt. My back hurts. I hate driving this long. It's too much, right? So I get there, and he's just like amazed. He's like, oh my God, you look so good. I can't believe you went all out like this. You didn't have to. I'm just like, but I wanted to. This is your day, and I want to make you feel special, and, you know, this is an important day for you. He's like, I really hope I win this award. I've been doing so well. I've been trying to make such an effort to help. He was a very hardworking guy from what he explained to me. So I was like, you know, I really hope you get this award too. I know it would mean a lot to you, and I know you really want it. Now, before we went to the event, I had to meet him at this hotel, because at the hotel, that's where cocktail hour was. So I met him at the hotel. We went to cocktail hour, and I met a couple people from his group and some of his friends and all that. And they were really nice people. Older, a lot older than me, but nice people. Very nice people. I met them. You know, we all talked, we mingled, we drank, we had appetizers and stuff like that. And, you know, I was feeling pretty good at this point. I was a little bit tipsy, so it was kind of just like I was feeling myself and having a real good time. We hung out, then we took a shuttle, and we went to the reception hall where the event was being held. And at the reception hall, you know, they have everything set up, this, you know, 3-course meal and open bar at the place. It was a pretty nice place, right? You know, we all went. We looked for our seats, found our seats, sat down. You know, we had food, we had bread and stuff like that, and we were just mingling. They put music on. We started dancing, having a good time. This guy starts getting a little bit tipsy with me. We end up having like a real good time, just laughing and talking and carrying on. And then I start to, you know, mingle with some of the ladies that I had met at the cocktail hour, as well as, you know, other women that had also been there as well at the reception place. So we're all talking and carrying on. They're asking me like, oh, how long have you known each other and everything? I'm like, oh, we just recently started dating. We haven't been together very long. It's, you know, but he's a really good guy. He's very sweet, and, you know, he's a very stand-up guy. And they're like, oh, he's such a good person, and I really hope he gets this award because he deserves it, and he's so kind-hearted, and he's such a charismatic guy. I know he really is looking forward to winning this award. And I said, yeah, I hope so too. I really hope that he gets it, because, you know, I know it would mean a lot to him if he got it. And I hope nothing but the best for him. Now, this award was like, I think it was like Rookie of the Year or something. And, you know, he was really looking forward to getting this award. So, you know, I was just trying to hype him up and just really try to, you know, be there for him and try to help him out as much as I can. But, you know, what can you do, right? I'm setting my under eyes as well as my chin with this setting powder from e.l.f. It's just a translucent powder. I bought it a while back and it works pretty good. It gets, you know, my skin matte enough. And then for concealer, I'm almost out. I am using the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline in the color Fair. I think I need a lighter shade than this because this is almost as light as my skin, and I need something lighter than that so it can highlight the points of my face that I need it to highlight. But this is a really good product. If you want a really good concealer, I highly recommend. I think I'm gonna do my eyes now. For eyes, I'm wearing gray, as you can see, and black. So what I want to do is kind of focus on the gray and do a gray look. And I have here the Cremated palette by Jeffree Star. I know some people, and myself kind of right now, listen, I like the man's makeup. I think he makes an incredible formula for his eyeshadows and his lipsticks. But I'm not too happy with what's going on the internet, so I try not to focus on that. I just like the products. I haven't bought anything from him since everything that's been going on. So I cherish what I have of his in my collection right now. With that being said, I'm going to use this palette. It's a lot of grays and silvers and whites and all that, and that's exactly what it is I'm looking for anyway. I'm going to just take, I'm trying to think of what shade I want to use. I think I'm going to do a lighter gray. So I might do something from this third row here. I'm thinking I may do this, either this Goodbye shade or this Embalmed shade. So this is what the palette looks like. And I'm either trying to think of using this shade or that shade. I think I might go with this one because I like the color. I think it looks nice. I'm talking to these ladies. We're having a real good time. We're joking around. We're carrying on. And the award ceremony comes up. So they're announcing all these different awards and, you know, all these other people are winning and we're cheering and laughing and having a real good time. And then the award that he wanted to win comes up. You know, I'm looking at him and I'm just like, I really hope you get this. You got this. You got this. Don't worry. You deserve it. It's all yours. You got it in the bag. And, you know, they're talking about how wonderful this person is and how much of a good asset they are to the team, and they really appreciate their hard work and dedication that they put forth to their job. And he's just hyping himself up. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. I got this. I got this. They call another dude's name. He just looks and his face goes from, oh, I got this. Oh, I got this too. What? And I'm just looking at him and I'm seeing like his face like start to slowly change, and he just starts looking like real sad. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I can't believe you didn't win this. I really was rooting for you. I really wanted you to get this. And he's just like, it's okay, it's okay. I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. I said, okay, well, I'm here. Don't forget I'm here. We could still have a good time regardless. We'll make the most of the night, and we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have a real good time, right? Who cares about that award anyway? Trying to like get his mind off of it and everything. Well, that wasn't a very good idea because he disappears for like a good hour. I didn't see him and I didn't know where he went. I didn't know what was going on. And I talked with one of the ladies that I was kikiing with and having a good time with. And she tells me, oh, he's at the bar. I said, he's at the bar? She goes, yeah, he's at the bar. I'm like, oh, okay. So I go to look for him. I'm making sure he's okay and hoping he's doing well. This guy got plastered. He was, like I said, we were both tipsy at the table waiting for these awards, right? He wasn't no tipsy no more. He was pretty much almost belligerent at this point. And I'm looking at him and I go, how much did you drink? And he goes, oh, I didn't have that much. I had like maybe like 4 or 5 Coronas. And I'm just like, dude, I think you should stop drinking now. And he goes, I'm fine. I don't need to stop. I'm having a good time. Aren't you having a good time? And I'm just like, I'm having a good time, but I don't want you to have too good of a time or you're not going to remember anything. And he's just like, well, I am fine. I'm doing fine. I'm just fine. And then out of nowhere, he starts bringing up the award and how he can't believe he didn't win it. He deserved it. He had it, and he'd been doing so well, and he's been wanting to get recognized for this stuff for years, and he didn't, they didn't even give him a chance, and they didn't give him the award and all that. And I'm just like, it's fine. You don't need the award. It's not that big a deal, Just focus on having a good time tonight. Like, you don't need that award to have a good time. And he's like, I deserved it. I really did. I thought I had it in the bag, and I really wanted that award. And I'm just like, I know you did, and I'm sorry you didn't get it, but there's always next year, and you just have to keep positive and keep doing what you're doing. You do a good job at your job, and that's what matters. Like, you don't need that award to tell you you're doing a good job. He completely disregarded everything I said because he kept drinking, and I just kept looking like, oh, this guy's getting real stupid now, like stupid drunk. And I'm just like, I don't think I'm in the mood to deal with this. So he's off carrying on, talking to people, being like, I can't believe I didn't win this award. I deserved it. I had it in the bag. I thought I was gonna win this, and I thought that this was my award. I thought this was my year. I really thought I had this, and everybody's just like, yeah, he looks like he's getting a little bit, he's had a little bit too much. I'm like, you think? So I go to the bartender and I'm telling the bartender, I'm like, hey, listen, my guy here, he's been drinking a little too much. I don't think you should give him any more. He's like, oh no, I won't give him anything else. I said, okay, good, because this guy seems out of it now. I don't think he should be drinking no more. He's like, okay, no problem, ma'am. I understand. I won't give him anything else. And I said, okay, good. I'm glad. Thank you for understanding. And, he got upset because I cut him off. And he's like, oh, well, how come you don't want me to drink anymore? I'm like, because you don't need to drink anymore. You've had enough already. And mind you, I was drunk at this point too, but I was like, I was still there. I wasn't like incoherent. I was actually there. I'm like, you don't need no more. You're good. I don't need no more. I'm good. He's like, oh, what? You're not having a good time. You're not having a good time. I'm like, I am having a good time. I'm having a wonderful time, but I'll have a better time if you stop drinking. And he's just like, oh, well, he's like, I want you to have a great time. I want you to have a great time. I'm like, I am having a great time. I just don't want you to drink. Like, is that too much to ask? And he's like, no, I won't drink. He's like, if that's what you want, I'm not going to drink anymore. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. I'm like, are you positive? He's like, yeah. I won't drink anymore. You don't want it? I won't drink anymore. I'm like, okay, good. So you're not going to drink anymore? He's like, okay, I won't drink anymore. I'm like, okay, good. That's the plan then. So we, he stops drinking. I'm drinking water at this point. We're getting into the shuttle, and we're going to head back to the hotel, for everything, because I left my stuff at the hotel too. So, we're heading back to the hotel, and before we get back to the hotel, like, these dudes get into a fight in the parking lot, and this guy decides he wants to be Mr. Heroic. He gets out of the shuttle. I'm like, where are you going? He's like, I'm gonna go help them. I'm gonna go help them out. I'm gonna go help them out. They shouldn't be fighting. I'm like, you don't need to get out of the shuttle. Stay in the shuttle. Don't go anywhere. He's like, no, I gotta help them. I gotta fix this. It's my job. I'm like, no, you really don't. You stay in the shuttle. There's no need. You don't need to get involved. Like, I didn't want him getting hurt. He was already drunk. I'm like, please, just stay in the shuttle. Stay in the shuttle. I just want you to stay in the shuttle and recuperate. Like, let's go. We don't need to deal with this. Let's just go back. And even the people that were on the shuttle with us were like, come on, don't go anywhere. Just stay. Like, there's no need. And then he gets out of the shuttle anyway. So the one group that we sat by at the reception, they were like, oh, he's always like this. He's always trying to help out and whatever. I'm like, yeah, but he's belligerent and he's drunk, and I just don't want him getting hurt and making a fool out of himself. He doesn't need to do that. He can just, stay in the shuttle with us and wait till we get back to the hotel. And they're just like, oh, just let him be him and let him do his thing and all that. And I'm like, okay. I'll stop. I'll leave him alone. I'll let him do his thing, right? He comes back and he's like cheering. He's like giving himself an encore, like, oh yeah, I did this. I fixed it. I made the situation better again. And I'm just like looking at him, and I'm just like, dude, there was no need to get out of the car and do that. You didn't need to do that. You could have just stayed in the car with us, hung out in the car, and just, chilled out, right? He wanted to be the savior of the day and help everybody out, and I get it, but at the same time, it's just like, he could have gotten hurt. He was already drunk, and I didn't want him getting hurt and making a fool out of himself, so I was trying to help him out, but he didn't want my help. We get back to the hotel, and he's looking at me, and he goes, what's wrong? Why are you upset? You look like something's bothering you. What's wrong? And I was like, nothing's wrong. I'm fine. And he's like, no, something's wrong. Something's bothering you. I could see it in your face. You're upset. Something's wrong. What's the matter? I'm here. Like, what's on your mind? And I'm just like, dude, there was no need to get out of the car, and there was no need to make a scene like that, to try to be the savior of the day just because they were fighting. Like, you didn't have to do that. You could have just left it alone, and we could have just went back to the hotel and just carried on with the rest of the night, right? He's like, but I just wanted to help, and I just wanted to make things right, and I didn't think there was a problem, and I'm like, you could have just stayed in the car. Like, I don't understand why you had to. He's like, I just wanted to help. It's my job. It's what I do. And I'm like, I know, but, like, I'm just trying to look out for you. Like, I just didn't want you to get hurt because you're not all there, and I want to make sure you're okay. And he's just like, I'm fine. Nothing to worry about. I'm okay. Thank you for, being worried about me, but I'm fine, and, you don't have to worry about me that much. And I'm just like, okay, if you say so. I got so pissed off, and I was just like, I'm done. Don't bother me. I'm done. And I forgot to mention that when he was drunk at the bar, rewind back, when he was drunk at the bar and he was upset and he was freaking out about how he didn't get the award and everything and all that, he was crying throughout this whole thing. Like, he was bawling like a baby. And I'm just looking at this guy, and I'm like, this is really awkward. I don't know how to respond. And I was trying my best to like help him out, as you saw. Like I was really, or not saw, but heard. I was really trying to help this guy out and try to be there for him. And he just was like, he wasn't having it. He was not there at all. And I was just like, I'm not having this, because I don't want to deal with a drunk guy and myself, and I'm drunk. Like, I don't need to deal with this. I'm drunk too. Like, I don't want this. This isn't what I signed up for. So he, you know, we get back to the hotel, we're hanging out, we're carrying on, and he was even crying in the hotel, and I'm just like, oh my God, I can't do it. He's like, I don't want you to go, I don't want you to leave. I'm sorry I did that, I'm sorry. And I'm like, dude, all I told you to do was to not drink anymore. I just, like, you kept, like, when he was at the bar, he was still drinking, and that's when I went and told the bartender, like, hey, you gotta cut this guy off. He can't have any more. He's he's drunk. He's out of it. Don't be giving him no more. So he was just like he just got very emotional very fast, and that was, to me, that was too much. I didn't want that. I don't need that. And we went our separate ways, and I never heard from him again. And I didn't reach out to him again because I didn't feel like I wanted to deal with him again, because I just felt like that was too much for me, and I just didn't want that. I didn't want that situation to happen again. That was that story. And yeah, he was also, the other thing was that he really couldn't be drinking certain things either, because this guy was a diabetic, and I was trying to like make sure he didn't drink certain things or eat certain things, because I was trying to look out for him. But that was that story. And what I learned from that story was, just when you're going to like a special event with somebody, just be warned that, like, if you haven't seen this person when they are extremely intoxicated, just be on the lookout for things, for red flags and signs that things are not going right. And don't just stick around just because you feel like you have to. If you have your own car and you're able to leave, don't stay. Like, it's not worth it, and you could be putting yourself in a lot of danger if you do that. So just be mindful when you're going out on dates with people, especially when you're doing online dating, because you never know who these people are, and if they are who they say they are. You could be putting yourself in a lot of danger. I could have put myself in danger, but I was very safe and cautious when I was meeting people, and I tried my best to just, be safe with whoever I was meeting up with, and I always let my mom know, like, I was going out. I told my friends who I was going out with and stuff like that, so that they knew in case something happened. Like, at least somebody knew where I was. I tried to do that at least. I don't know if I did the best job, but I did try. I'm gonna say this now because it's true. Online dating is not the safest thing anymore. I had been on online dating sites for a very long time. I had been in a relationship in high school, on and off for a long time. I'm not going to say his name either, because eventually maybe one day he'll stumble upon my videos too, and he'll watch them and be like, hey, she's talking about me. But I hope they're doing well, and that's all I can wish for them, is that they're doing well. Even though they fucked up our relationship, some of them, they weren't the best when we were dating. They apologized for what they did wrong and how they treated me. That's what matters. They made up for it in the end. But, you know, I just wish them well, and I hope that they're doing good in their lives. I hope that they're getting everything they want in their life. And that's about it. That's all I hope, you know? When my ex and I in high school were on and off dating, and we broke up like 2 or 3 times in high school. We broke up. I started the second time we broke up. We weren't together for I think like 8 months, and within those 8 months I started doing online dating, and I met this really great guy. And at the time I was 17, so I didn't know exactly what I wanted in life. I didn't know what direction I wanted to go in and where I wanted to be. I just wanted to have a good time and just hang out and have fun. Like, that's essentially what I wanted at the end. And this guy that I met, he wanted to have a life with a family and kids and move in together and stuff like that, because this guy was like 21 when we met. And I was just like, I don't want that. I want to have fun and, you know, go out and just have a really good time. Like, I don't care about moving in together yet. I don't want that. I'm young. I don't want to leave my family. And I just want to be near my family. And he wanted to move like really far away, and I'm like, I don't want that. Like, that's not what I want right now. I want to just, you know, like, have fun and be with my friends and be with my family and, you know, have a good time. But, you know, then my ex came back. We started talking again. I started being distant with the guy. Started hanging out with my ex, because this guy lived about an hour away from me. So then I was hanging out with my ex. I ended up making a very big mistake, but I called it off with the guy that I was dating, because I knew it wasn't right to stay with him if I still had feelings for my ex. Eventually, I didn't tell him why I left him. I just told him that this wasn't going to work anymore, you know, and I wish him nothing but the best. He deserves better. I'm not worth it. He ended up finding out that I left him because I still had feelings for my ex, and I wanted to work things out with him. I felt really bad. We stopped talking because of that, and I don't blame him for not talking to me anymore, because what I did was wrong. So we stopped talking, and my ex and I started dating again, and that didn't work out at all. We ended up breaking up again because I was getting a job working with my brother in the nursing home, and we ended up getting in a fight about it for whatever reason. I don't remember exactly, but we got into a fight, and then that was the end of that, and then we never got back together again. After him, I met my boyfriend at my brother's job. I met him, I asked him to prom, we ended up dating afterward. We dated for 2.5 years. He was my longest relationship. But obviously my fiance is gonna be my longest relationship now, and I love that. And he's just a wonderful person, my fiance. I can't live without him, honestly. He's my best friend. He's everything to me. And, you know, And I realized that this guy was not right for me after about a year and a half, and the relationship was very toxic and very scary, and I'm not going to go into that because that's not what this video is about. But if you want to hear about my past relationships and how I got out of them and what I did to get out of them and everything, I can always make another story time for that too. Anyway, so he and I broke up. And after he and I broke up, I was online dating again. At this point in time, I was about 20 years old. So around that time, you know, I had some other things going on and whatever, but I was pretty much doing online dating. Eventually, you know, I just kind of like was on and off with the online dating. I pretty much had, like I said, I had been in online dating from 17, then I was off of it again, went back on it around my 20s, and then when I met my fiance, I didn't have to be online anymore. That was about, yeah, it's been a while, but you'll meet the right person in time. It takes time. It takes a lot of time to meet the right person in your life. And I emphasize, if you're going to do online dating, just please be careful when you are meeting the person. Don't, like, if you see red flags, don't go any further. There are plenty of fish in the sea. Get it? Plenty of fish. Dating website. There are plenty of fish in the sea. You can find the right person for you. It just takes time, and like, get to know the person before you meet them. Don't just be like, oh, hey, I want to meet up and whatever. Let me tell you, like I said, I was very careless, and I got very lucky that I didn't have any of those crazy instances like some of those people on the TV show have had, where they meet somebody and they get captured or they get murdered or something. Like, I got very, very lucky, and I'm blessed that nothing ever happened to me in those times, because it's not a safe world out there now, especially when it comes to online dating. It's very scary, and these people that are out there, that they can do anything now, and you don't know. You never know. So just be very, very careful when you're meeting somebody online for the first time. Don't put all of yourself out there too soon. Make sure you tell people where you're going. Tell somebody where you're going, so that way somebody knows where you are, so that they can come and help you if you need help. And just, you know, be safe, and just make sure you know, like, you know the person well. Like, get to know the person well, because some people are not who they say they are, and it takes a lot to find that out. You just never know, you know? But yeah, that's my story of the crying cop. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys liked the story. I mean, it's a lot funnier when I tell it in person, but you know, hopefully you guys got a kick out of that, because I most certainly thought it was hilarious at the time. This is how my makeup looks so far. I used most of the cremated palette. I used the Goodbye shade, which is this one here. I used Mausoleum, which is that one there. No, sorry, that one there. And Last Look, which is that shade there. And I used Diamond Ashes, which are here. And then I dipped into this palette my fiance got me when I first got COVID. And it's called Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas Love is Eternal palette. And I used the Dr. Finkelstein shade, which is right here. I took that and put it in the middle along with that Jeffree Star shade. And then I dragged this shade down to the bottom, and I dragged the middle shade down to the middle, and I tried to drag that shade down to the bottom too. That's my eyes. I used Winky Lux So Extra Velvet Plush Mascara. Looks like this. It's really nice packaging, and my eyes look like wow. I used a little bit of eyeliner. I haven't used eyeliner in a while. This is the Rimmel London Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer. Looks like this. And for my eyebrows, which I know they kind of look a little messed up, I'm sorry. Once I actually get my eyebrows done, they'll look a lot better, but I have, like, they're so not done and I need to get them done once I feel comfortable going out. So for the eyebrows, I'm pretty much almost out of this stuff. I used the Pixie pencil gel and whatever. I can't read the writing because it's so faded on it because I've used it so much, and that's what it looks like. Can't even tell you the shade because the shade faded. This is all faded, so I can't tell you what shade it is. It's a brown shade, that's all I know. Now I'm gonna take some of my Jeffree Star highlighter and put that on my face. This is in the shade Lick My Glit from his Extreme Frost collection. It looks like this. I love the packaging. It's really, really pretty. And I'm just gonna take that on a fluffy brush and just put it on. So I'm gonna take a little bit on the nose. Every time I use this, I just like, it's so amazing like how well it shows up on camera. Like, I'm trying to get some natural light in here. I never do my makeup in my bedroom. I always do it in the bathroom because the lighting is better in there, because I have a skylight in there, so I always do my makeup in the bathroom. That's just my personal favorite spot to do it because it's easier for me, and I feel like I get a better lighting situation going in there than I do in here. I really don't put bronzer or blush or anything on my face because I'm naturally red and I don't want to add any kind of like colors to my face. Plus I really don't know how to use them that well, so I just try to stay away from that stuff. I just do like concealer and like mascara if I'm gonna do like any kind of makeup. And then maybe I'll do foundation sometimes. Like today I wanted to do it because I wanted to look nice today. So I decided to do it just because I wanted to look nice. This is the pressed powder from Wet n Wild from the Photo Focus line in the shade White Light, and it looks like this. I'm just gonna take this. I don't have a bigger brush in front of me, so I'm just gonna take it on a fluffy brush and I'm just gonna put it on the rest of my face to mattify it more. I'm almost hitting pan on it, so I'm just gonna take this and put it on my skin. Maybe I'll take it with the beauty blender, my other beauty blender, and just put it on because I want to mattify my skin a little bit more, since I only mattified like under my eyes and my chin. So I'm just gonna take this and put it on my skin to mattify my skin in the spots I didn't mattify it. And then I'm just gonna do lips and I'll be done with the makeup. I'm filming this on Saturday, but I'm probably gonna post it on Sunday. So I hope you are having a wonderful day, whatever day you watch this video on. I'm just, you know, I feel so matte. This is insane. I I haven't done my makeup like this in a while because I really don't do my makeup because COVID, you have to wear a mask everywhere you go. So I feel like sometimes there's just virtually no point in doing makeup if you're just going to be wearing a mask over it and covering it anyway. Like, I wanted to just do something different because I'm tired of not wearing makeup. I've been wanting to wear makeup for a while now and haven't really been able to, and I haven't. When I was sick, I didn't want to. Well, even when I got better, I didn't want to, but now I do. My fiance really liked this shade when I wore it. When I did my last video, he said it looked really good on me, so I'm gonna wear this one again. I'm just debating if I want to line my lips or not, because the shade I have is like more of a red. Like, this is a deep burgundy red, and that's like a red. So I think I'm just gonna put it on with my lips the way that they are. No liner or anything. This is the Jeffree Star shade Designer Blood. It's like a really nice burgundy red. It's not like a bright red. So actually I'm gonna use this mirror because I want to make sure I line my lips perfectly with it. So sorry, I'm trying to be like focused doing this. You know what the worst part about wearing foundation when you mess up your lipstick is? If you go to fix it, you're gonna mess it up, especially if you wear a shade like this. Okay, I think I'm pretty much done with my makeup. And then I'm gonna just do my hair and call it a day. Yeah, and I'll make sure to post a look of this on my Instagram, probably not both pages. I might just post it on my my beauty channel, which obviously I link it in the bio, and I also put it in the end of the videos, so just make sure to look out for that. I'll probably post that on there and post an update for the video on both pages, so make sure you are following both pages when I post it so that you know when I'm doing my videos. Now I think these curlers are pretty much heated to a crisp. So I'm going to start putting these on my head. I am not a curling wand kind of gal. I do use it, but I don't like to use it. I prefer this method of curling my hair a lot better because for me it's the easier and lazier way to do it. I know it sounds a little messed up, but I mean, it works for me. That's what I prefer to do. So, and they work just as great as a curling wand, if not better sometimes. I just hate that they burn my skin. Like, I try to put them up like as high as I can, and I still end up getting burned to a crisp somehow. I like to do them a certain way when I'm curling them. Like, I know I can curl them back, and that will probably keep them up higher so that they're not burning my skin, but I don't know, I like curling them that way because I like having like different kinds of curls in my hair. I don't know about you guys. Like, I try to do different directions. Like, I'll go one way and then I'll go another. Like, in the back of my head, I go a different way than I do when I do the front of my hair. These curlers are actually, they are not all the same size. Some of them are smaller than the others. I have two sets of curlers because my hair, as you can see, is long. It's not short, but that might change maybe not next month, but like in April possibly, I'm gonna be cutting my hair because I was supposed to go to 3 weddings this year, but I'm only going to 2, and 2 of the weddings I am not participating in. The other one I was, which is why I was growing my hair out, but now that wedding got postponed. I am only participating in 2 weddings this year, and I am not a part of either one. So I can cut my hair and do whatever I want with it until then. So obviously I'm going to keep it purple because purple's my favorite color and I don't want it to go away. I haven't had purple in a while. Before last year, I think it had been about a year or so since I dyed my hair purple. So I wanted to keep the purple because I enjoy the purple, so I don't want to get rid of it. I'm going to just cut my hair and re-dye it purple to fix it, because if you can't see, it is starting to fade. Not a lot, but it is starting to fade quite a bit. And that's probably because, I mean, I don't really use hot tools on it that often. I really don't. I just let my hair air dry most of the time, and I put it up in a ponytail for my full-time job. So this, like, maybe like 2 or 3 times a month I'll do something like straighten my hair, but that's like the most I do. I don't really like curl my hair, and I don't straighten it that often, especially since I had COVID. I didn't really like go anywhere, obviously, so, and now that I've been back to work, I haven't really been going anywhere. I've just been home. And I took a shower. I actually put hair product in my hair, which I never do. I never put hair product in my hair anymore. But I was cleaning on my Instagram live yesterday, and I found a product under my sink, because that's what I was doing. I was decluttering my sink. So I found a hair product under my sink that I bought a while back and I never really used. It's a color reviving spray that I bought from Paul Mitchell. I decided to throw that on my hair today to just see if it worked when I blow dried it, and when I curled it, I wanted to see if it did bring a little bit more life back to my hair, and I feel like it did. I feel like my hair definitely looks a lot more purple when before I took the shower, before I blow dried it. So it definitely looks a little bit different than it normally does. Like, to me, I feel like lately it's just been fading because, I mean, I've had this color since I dyed my hair back in September. And the color was fading in September. I redid it in November. And I've had this hair since November. So we're almost going into March now. And I've had this for about I've had it for about 3 months now. I've had my hair like this. Usually I do keep up the maintenance on my hair. I've always been good with maintaining crazy colors in my hair because I love to dye my hair different colors. I have dyed my hair different colors, but I've taken a break from it, like not doing it so often, just to give my hair a chance to breathe and relax and just, you know, be healthy. It is not cheap to maintain colors, just letting you know. So if you want to do a color, it's great, but you need to be able to financially be able to take care of it and be able to have like the willpower to actually do it too, because if you do it and then you don't keep up with it and you don't wash your hair with cold water and you don't use color protecting shampoos and you don't use like too much heat on your hair and stuff like that, then that's not keeping up with your hair. You're just gonna end up making it fade, and that's not good. And then you're going to be like, well, why did my hair fade so quickly? Because you didn't take care of it properly. You got to take care of it, you know? I was actually thinking for like a future video, I wanted to dye a wig because I've always wanted to dye hair. Like, I dyed my fiance's hair to cover his grays, and I think I did a pretty decent job, but his grays grew back in so damn quickly that it was like I didn't even do it, you know? I feel like, and he might not have even he might not have washed his hair with cold water either, so he might not have maintained it anyway. But, you know, I feel like it didn't really last very long either. But then again, I also did a box dye on him, so those box dyes are not always accurate when it comes to doing hair. So just go and get your hair professionally done if you want to dye your hair. Like, if you don't know how to do it and you don't think you're the best at it, like, go to a professional. Trust a professional if you can't do it yourself. Don't just try to do it for fun and, you know, mess up your hair, because depending on what color you do, it's going to be hard to get out. Like blue, for example. I put blue in my hair and the blue didn't come out. It turned green. So then when I went and got it fixed this most recent time in November, we had to do a purple and blue mix in order to, like, next time I go, try to lift the blue and it won't be as green the next time, because I'm trying to go all purple. Like, I don't know why. Like, when I wanted to dye my hair purple and blue, the idea was I've been wanting to do blue again for a while, so I thought, why don't I mix the two? Because I think that'll look really cute. But the way that my previous hairdresser did the purple and the blue, it didn't come out the way I envisioned it, and I was very upset with it. I didn't like the outcome of it, and it kind of just stressed me out and upset me a lot, to be honest. And it was a very frustrating process because it was just horrible. It was really, really horrible, and I was really upset about it because, you know, you spend so much money. Like, women, we spend so much money on our hair, and we want it to look a certain way when we go out and when we go and do things, and it did not look the way I envisioned it at all. So I was very upset with the outcome of it, and I didn't think that it was going to turn out that way. I thought I was going to be happy with it, and I wasn't happy with it at all. I was very upset and frustrated, and I just was like, well, now what do I do? Like, you know, and then I waited, and I, you know, went to somebody else who had to fix it for me, and she did the most amazing job that, you know, I'm happy and content with. And I'm just grateful that I found her and she was able to do something to fix what I had and make it into something I would like. And she is super awesome. I'll link the hair salon down below if anybody is interested. I will let you know now that it's very pricey to do hair, and their prices are not cheap. So depending on what kind of thing you want to do with your hair, you gotta make sure you have the budget for what you want to do, you know. And that doesn't just go with my place. It goes with any place that you decide where you want to go do your hair, you know, because you have to make sure you do research on these things. For one, look at reviews, get recommendations from people, because you never know. You might like it, and then a couple months down the line you might say you hate it, you know. So just, you know, be mindful and take your time when you're looking up different things to do to your hair, and make sure that if you're gonna go do this stuff to your hair, that you have the money for it, and you're not just, you know, expecting one thing and you're gonna get another. I am going to wait a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna take these curlers out and I will be back to end the video. Okay guys, so here's the final look without the curlers and the makeup all done. I really hope that you liked the video, and if you did, please like and subscribe. And if you want to hear any more bad date story times, I have a bunch so I can tell you. Or if you just want to hear any other story times, I'm okay telling you that too. If you want to hear anything else, or if you want to see more of these get ready with me videos, please let me know, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. See you next time, guys. Bye. Mwah.